Now, coming to the next part, thoughts do not always have to be in the form of thoughts, but they can also be in the form of visual images. Now, coming to visual images, these can be very gory, very scary. And again, to give a very common example, if you've seen a very scary horror movie, and then you're coming back home, lying down, and suddenly when you close your eyes, this image just passes in front of your eyes. You're like, where did this horrifying image even come from? I know I watched a horror movie, I know it's scary, but where did it suddenly come from? So these are the kind of visual images people who are having intrusive thoughts will experience. Or these might be related to again your moral thoughts too. That is, you get an image of you standing naked in front of a lot of people. Now you know you wouldn't be doing something like that, and in case that happens, you know, okay, there might be something else that was happening during that time, but you're not able to, rationalize when you're thinking about it. Now, I did mention worry as an intrusive thought before when we were speaking about doubting relationships. Now, again, in worry, there are different types. So, there is topic specific, there is multi topic worry, and there is meta worry. So, single topic worrying is you're always focused on whether you will be fired from your job. So, this is a single topic. Family wise, probably with your partner, probably with your children, you're actually doing well. But when it comes to your job, you're always on a loop about, okay, so today my manager did not smile at me so well as she always does. So I think there's something coming up. I'm going to get fired. And then we have multi topic worry. So in multi topic, what happens is maybe you've recently started a relationship, you're worried about whether your partner likes you. And the second thing is you're in a job for many years, but you're again worried about what's going to happen to the job. And even you're worried about small things like, okay, if I cook this, my partner might not like it, and then I'll have to go and throw it, and then this will hamper my work. So you keep on worrying. And then comes meta worry, which is interestingly us anticipating the worry that we'll be experiencing and worrying about that. So, after a certain amount of time has passed with our intrusive thoughts, we kind of know or we kind of start understanding that these thoughts keep coming up. And that is when we start worrying. Okay, since morning, I haven't got an intrusive thought about my girlfriend. Now, what if I get it when I'm having dinner with her? What do I do then? And because of this, you keep worrying, which in turn spoils your relationship again. And then there are not entirely unwanted thoughts. So when you speak about not entirely unwanted, these just have the small role in keeping you comfortable in a particular situation. Now, somebody shouts at you on the road. So you're so angry that a passing thought of, I'm going to take a stone and hit this person on the head comes to your mind. And this is not entirely unwanted in the situation because it's somewhere helping you reduce your anger. But then that is not how intrusive thoughts leave you alone, right? They get stuck in your mind. And then you might start thinking, am I such a horrible person to hit somebody on their head with a stone? What if something happens to a person? And this was such a small incident. I just bumped and he shouted. Do I even have to react so much to it? And then comes thoughts relating to loss or failure. So now these again get connected to the personal experiences part that we previously discussed, where a particular loss, let's say loss of person, loss of a job, or failure in life, makes us have intrusive thoughts about ourselves, about the world around us, etc. Finally, we have somatosensory thoughts, and these, as the name suggests, are related to our bodily or organic feelings that we experience. So coming to somatosensory thoughts, all these bodily mechanisms that keep happening, like mouth dryness, for example. So somewhere an intrusive thought comes to your mind saying, okay, I read somewhere that once your mouth starts drying, it's an indication that you're going to die. Now, when this intrusive thought suddenly comes to your mind, you start feeling that your mouth is more drier than it was before. And then your False comfort starts reassuring you, saying, maybe that's for old people or people who are bedridden and not exactly you. You do not have to worry. But the worried voice says, you never know when you're going to die, so you need to be careful. You try to drink water, you try to do other things, but the reassurance is still not there, and the intrusive thought might come up again.